The night was thick, the kind of darkness that felt alive, heavy, and watching. The forest was silent except for the distant rustling of leaves and the cold wind that carried the smell of wet earth. Even the moonlight struggled to pass through the endless branches. In the center of that wild forest stood a small hut. Fragile, old, but strangely protected by unseen spiritual energy. Inside sat Hermit Nirmal Anand, deep in meditation. But tonight, something kept interrupting his focus. A presence, a whisper, a warning, and then suddenly, footsteps, soft, but unmistakably human. The hermit opened his eyes. 2 young women stepped out from between the trees. Beautiful, almost unreal, so mesmerizing that even the moonlight seemed to pause upon their faces. Their clothes were torn, their breaths unsteady, their eyes full of a strange glow. One spoke in a trembling voice. "Baba, please help us." Something inside the hermit tightened. But he invited them in. That was the beginning of the most terrifying night of his life. Crescent moon beauty, mystery, and something not human. The moment the girls entered the hut, the air changed. A sudden chill, a strange perfume-like scent, a silence that pressed against the ears. The hermit offered them water. But when they reached out, he noticed something chilling. Their hands didn't fully touch the ground. They hovered, just slightly above it. A warning sign. He hid his concern behind calm eyes. But before he could speak, the oil lamp in the hut went out on its own. Darkness swallowed everything. The hermit lit another lamp. It too went out immediately. The girls didn't flinch, not one bit. Instead, one of them smiled. A slow, mysterious smile that didn't belong on a human face. The hermit's voice hardened. "Who are you?" The girl tilted her head. Her hair moved on its own, like touched by invisible fingers. "Is that what troubles you, Baba?" The hermit felt the danger intensify. New moon, their faces began to change. When the hermit murmured a protective mantra, the girls' faces began to distort. Not grotesque, but unnatural. Their features blurred, their eyes brightened with icy white light. Their feet hardly touching the soil. Wind entered the hut without any opening. The firewood crackled though no flame burned. Finally, one girl spoke in a chillingly calm voice. "We are not human, Baba." The second continued. "We are the trapped spirits of this forest." A shiver ran through the hermit's entire body. He steadied himself. "Tell me everything." Fog the bold truth, their dark past. Their story began unfolding like a bleeding wound. Years ago, the 2 sisters, young, full of life, had walked through this forest with their family. A hunter had seen them. His greed and wickedness drowned his humanity. He captured them, hurt them, killed them, and buried their bodies beneath a giant tree, where their souls remained screaming, trapped, and restless. They never found peace. They never left the forest. "We don't want revenge, Baba," one sister whispered. "We want freedom." The hermit closed his eyes. He could feel the truth of their pain. He could also feel another presence. Dark, heavy, malevolent. Still lurking in the forest. Fire bold climax, battle with the hunter spirit. The hermit walked with the spirits to the forest clearing. He drew a large circle with sacred ash and lit a fire in the center. Winds roared, trees shook, the earth trembled as if something angry had awakened. Then, he saw it. A massive shadow rising behind the trees. Red eyes, twisted face, a growl that felt like it came from the depths of the earth. "The hunter's spirit," it roared. "They belong to me." The girls stepped back. Their forms flickered like unsteady flames. But the hermit stood firm. "Your sins end tonight." The spirit lunged forward. The fire roared upward. The ash circle glowed like molten gold. The hermit began chanting the final, most powerful mantra. The shadow screamed, a piercing, horrifying scream, so loud that leaves shook free from branches. Then, light exploded, and the shadow disintegrated into 1,000 sparks. The forest fell silent again. Glowing star, beautiful but haunting ending, their freedom. As soon as the hunter's spirit vanished, the girls' faces softened. Their eyes no longer glowed with sorrow. They looked human again, peaceful, grateful. One spirit gently touched the hermit's palm. Her touch felt like cool water flowing over his skin. "Baba, after years of wandering, you have given us peace." Their bodies began dissolving into white light. First their hands, then their faces, finally their entire forms. The last thing he heard was their whisper. "Not all beauty is harmless. And not every danger is evil." Then they were gone. The forest breathed again, calm, light, free. The hermit stood alone, but for the first time, he felt surrounded by unseen blessings.